So we talked about the early years in the 80s and 90s. In the 2000s is the period where Jeff Hinton, Yann LeCun, and I and others realized that we could train these neural networks to be much, much, much better than other existing methods that researchers were playing with. And that gave rise to this idea of deep learning and so on. But what's interesting from a personal perspective, it was a time where nobody believed in this. And we had to have a kind of personal vision and conviction. And in a way, that's how I feel today as well, that I'm a minority voice speaking about the risks. But I have a strong conviction that this is the right thing to do. And then 2012 came, and we had really powerful experiments showing that deep learning was much stronger than previous methods. And the world shifted. Companies hired many of my colleagues. Google and Facebook hired, respectively, Jeff Hinton and Yann LeCun. And when I looked at this, I thought, why are these companies going to give millions to my colleagues for developing AI, in those companies? And I didn't like the answer that came to me, which is, they probably want to use AI to improve their advertising because these companies rely on advertising. And with personalized advertising, that sounds like, manipulation. And that's when I started thinking we should think about the social impact of what we're doing. And I decided to stay in academia, to stay in Canada, to try to develop a more responsible ecosystem. We put out a declaration called the Montreal Declaration for the Responsible Development of AI. I could have gone to one of those companies or others and made a whole lot more money.
Did you get any offers?
Informal, yes. But I quickly said, no, I don't want to do this because I wanted to work for a mission that I felt good about. And it has allowed me to speak about the risks when ChatGPT came from the freedom of academia. And I hope that many more people realize that we can do something about those risks.